Okay, so now I'd like to take a testimonial from His Grace Narottam Priya Prabhu, who is in Mumbai. And I'll just let him speak for himself. But I would like to say that he's one of my favorite devotees on the planet. He's clean as a bean, and there he is, clean as a bean. And he's a clean-hearted devotee who's made significant strides in helping to expand the Sankirtan movement through the MSF particularly. So we'd like to hear from him what his experience is. Welcome, Narottam Priya Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanvat Pranam.
Jai.
So this MSF that we started in around 2015. And this was after your book OFB came out. So I read it, and we had attended a few of your lectures online. And so then I thought, let's try this, let's start. And what you mentioned earlier in your presentation, that let's be regular once a month, not more, not less. I read that. I remember even in the book, and we started, and it's been the biggest boon for our preaching, because in Indian temples, especially in big temples, there is no shortage of people to do services, and especially for the congregation, there are hardly any services that are left. And most congregation devotees, they come to the temple once a week, and their services are primarily in the form of donations. So we got everyone together, and initially devotees were a bit reluctant, but we kept going, and I saw that it increases the team spirit in such a nice way. Devotees start cooperating with each other, because it's just like two soldiers on the battlefield. They may be from opposite parts of that country and may be politically completely opposite and all, but when they are there, they have to be nice to each other, and they naturally start to encourage each other, and then they develop a bond. So we saw that with our team also, and devotees started getting close to each other. They started appreciating each other. Not only that, we many devotees initially have this fear for distributing books. I may get rejected, or I don't want to be seen like that. So we would encourage them, just come, hold a book, get water for devotees, distribute the prasad, and in this way, devotees started finding out their own niche in the MSF. Okay, I'll do all the packing of the prasad. I'll issue the books. There's one Mataji in our team. She has a big car. I'll drive everyone there. The back of my car will become a book display unit. One devotee who loves to serve prasad, so he would go and make sure everyone has coconut water and water bottles, and everyone found a way to get involved. And eventually, most of them became very good book distributors. We also saw then they started reading the books, and by your mercy, actually, we started chapter a day. It's been more than 1.5 years. We are on our second reading of Bhagavad Gita, and everyone joins in. And during the lockdown, we started reading Srimad Bhagavatam together. Uh, India was put in lockdown for 21 days. So we thought 21 days is easy. We'll read Bhagavatam together for 21 days. And then we just kept resetting as the lockdown kept increasing. And now it's become a program where every night, 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., we log in on an app and we read Bhagavatam together. And 9 o'clock, we read Bhagavad Gita shlokas and one translation together. So all of this I give credit to, for all of this to the MSF. When devotees started distributing the books, they got more interest to read the books, and they became spiritually stronger. So many of our devotees who started MSF last month got initiated, and it's a wonderful way to engage the community of devotees, to expand your community, because we meet new people. So we put stickers on each book with the phone number and everything, and people join us. They participate in new programs. And I'd just like to give two short stories. If can I do that?
Oh, yes, please. We're drinking this in. It's total nectar.
Thank you. So few years back, we had Mumbai is a very big city, so very spread out. So we had started a new congregation program in one part of Mumbai, and we were having MSF in our locations near Juhu in one mall. And one lady was coming down the mall. This is a very popular mall, and one of our devotees on MSF handed her a book. So she was a little apprehensive, but then she took it, and then she said, "But I stay very far. I'll never be able to come to your temple." And we found out she was in that exact location where we had started a program a week prior. So then she started coming for the program, and after a month of coming, she told me that, the day I met your devotees, just 3 days back, I had been diagnosed with cancer, and I was so low that I just wanted to go to the mall to take my mind off it. And I met the devotee. She's still around. She's dancing 16 rounds. The program in her area stopped, but she's still around, and that was just because she got the book. And just last week, I was in a store, and the salesman, he saw me like this, and he said, "Hey, I met y'all in February, that before the lockdown." And he described the location, and sure enough, we had done an MSF there just before the lockdown. So he bought the first canto of Bhagavatam, and he said this book actually took me through the lockdown because I was laid off, and I kept reading. So I asked him, what did you like the most in that? And he said, Queen Kunti, when she says difficulties come and that bring us closer to Krishna. I was facing so many difficulties, and this book got me through. uh, where do I get the rest of the sets? And so then I told him the price, and he became a little discouraged. But we had some sets left over from Bhadra. So then we gave him one set, and he was so happy. And like this, we have so many stories of people getting connected, and most importantly, of existing devotees becoming stronger in their spiritual life, and really identifying with Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada's books. So all glories to the MSF, and all glories to His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu for coming up with this, and for giving us all the tools in his OFB book to make this possible. So to all the devotees, if you've not read it, please read Our Family Business. It is a lifeline for anyone to want to start book distribution. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Narottam, Priya, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. I'm so happy to see you. And I'll mention two reasons why it's so important for his testimonial. This is kind of a clinical study in this principle that this is a recipe. It's not a mystery, because Narottam Prabhu, he took the recipe and he just applied it on his own, and it worked. He took the principles and applied them. The other very important point that I took from what he said is that the congregation is eager to do service. It's not a classification that puts people outside the realm of doing direct service to Lord Chaitanya, that you're in the congregation. See, when people come to the Krishna consciousness movement, they want to move. And the best place to move is on book distribution. And it means that if you give a facility for people to join in and do that service, they will rise to the Madhyama platform very quickly. And they'll also, as he said, become interested in reading and interested in initiation and everything else. That's why book distribution is the tip of the spear. And that's why two very important points that Narottam Priya brought out among many. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.